Prince Institute. Exercise 147. Sir Happy Singh. Ready? Start. Sir, the key finding of the Commission's report is this. They have noted down the causes of farmers' distress. The major causes of agrarian crisis are unfinished agenda in land reforms, quantity and quality of water, technological fatigue, access, adequacy, and timeliness of institutional credit and opportunities for assured and remunerative marketing. Adverse meteorological factors add to these problems. These are the factors for distress of farmers. They have further gone to explain the inequitable land holdings and some of the main recommendations that they have made in their report relates to distribution of ceiling, surplus and wastelands. This is nothing new, as for the last 40 years we have been hearing this. Secondly, prevent diversion, and this is more important, especially for the farmers from Punjab who have been agitating of prime agricultural land and forest land to corporate sector for non-agricultural purposes. Thirdly, ensure grazing rights and seasonal access to forest to tribals and farmers and access to common property resources. Fourthly, establish a national land use advisory service which would have the capacity to link land use decisions with ecological, meteorological, and marketing factors on a location and season specific basis. Fifthly, to set up a mechanism to regulate the sale of agricultural land based on quantum of land, nature of the proposed use, and category of buyer. These are the five parameters which the Commission has mentioned, and based on the recommendation of the National Commission on Farmers and on the basis of consultations with state governments as well as central ministries, the Union government has approved the National Policy of Farmers in 2007. We were informed that a regular monitoring mechanism has been put in place to oversee the progress of implementation. National Policy of Farmers 2007 provides for cooperative farming and service cooperatives as one of the methods to benefit the small and marginal farmers. Dr. Swaminathan has been propagating that attention should be on the farmers. Increasing income per hectare was as much of a concern as improving yield per hectare. Improving the well being of farmers rather than concentrating on agricultural output should be the government's focus to reverse the decline in agricultural growth. We should focus more on the economic well being of women and men feeding the nation than just production. Since the late 1960s, our concentration has been on how the yield will grow and how the productivity will grow, and by doing that, we have left out farmers and their family. Dr. Swaminathan has said that our attention now should be focused on the farmers and their family, especially women and men, and then only the farm output will grow. If we move human beings from agriculture side, then there will be very few persons who will engage in agriculture as it has happened in European countries. Therefore, I would say that we should focus more on the economic well-being of women and men feeding the nation than just production. The fifth volume of the final report of the National Commission for Farmers, which came later on, suggests that agricultural progress be measured in terms of the net income of the farm families rather than just in million tons of farm commodities produced. Recently, the Prime Minister has said that there is a need to translate the work that is being done in agriculture universities to the farmland. Though National Policy of Farmers report was submitted since 2006, and the policy adopted since 2007, suicide by farmers continued unabated and the distress of farmers has not been mitigated. Declining returns is the main reason why more and more farmers are getting into the debt trap. Farming has become capital intensive and a lot of money has to be spent. Those who provide it have become new money lenders in rural areas and they are the actual exploiters. Therefore, there is a need to see that the farmers are not put to difficulty in availing soft loan and the price of the input should be under control. The minimum support price should be determined in such a way that it would be profitable. The Government of India is providing concessional short-term crop loan to farmers through interest subvention. Many state governments are also providing subvention in interest rate to the needy, small and landless farmers. This is a great help, no doubt, to the agricultural farm hands in arranging seed, fertilizer and agricultural implements in time. However, this concession is not available to the fishermen, weavers, dairy farmers, and women self help groups in its present structure. They are equally vulnerable and also are in need of financing for starting and running their activities. The government should include them in the target beneficiaries of the soft loan available for the agriculture farmers. Although the share of commercial banks in dispensation of crop loan has reached a level of around 83% of total crop loan at national level in Odisha, their performance is not at all satisfactory. Rather, the share of commercial banks has been decreasing over the years.